Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing today? Awesome, badass. I'm glad that's happening to you, or sad that it's happening. Or maybe both, depending on the person. I didn't know this game came out. I'm gonna be honest. They didn't tell me. I'm gonna be real. Came out 2 days ago. They didn't tell me. I really enjoyed the demo. No one said. No one said.
Tomato, did you see Clover Pit is also out soon? I probably won't stream Clover Pit, guys. Mainly because I already beat it. I've had it for a month and a half now. When it's, I will see, but when it's out, I'll probably tell you all what I thought of it instead. But no, I've tragically, they delayed that game by a month because of, I don't even remember what the first delay was for. Was it all Silk Song the whole time? I feel like there was something else that they delayed it for. Was it Silk Song? There was something that made them go like, oh, we're getting out of the way for a month and a half. Might have been Silk Song. Hades. Well, Hades is tomorrow, so it's definitely not that. Or today. Which I haven't even played the thing. No, guys, that's not what I'm not talking about things coming out today at all. That wasn't what I was talking. I was talking about a month ago, if you would like to participate in the conversation properly, instead of just saying whatever you think it's related to. Intellectually engage with me on some level and stop selectively hearing only parts of the conversation, why don't you? Sorry, say that again? No! Does this mean no stream on Friday? Did I fucking say that, jerk? That's not me calling you a jerk, it's your name. I didn't. We're gonna stream tomorrow. I won't be streaming on Saturday. Damn, that was almost fucked up. Nah. Dude, they gave a release date to Neo 3, I saw. That's badass. I mean, I already forgot what it was, but I'm glad they told us the game was coming out. I always like knowing that the game will eventually come out. That's cool. That's badass, actually. I will be Boise on Saturday. So our schedules line up perfect. What happened to you, man? What happened to you, man? I'm worried about you. Busy learning English? Kill him. Get him, guys. Hey, get that guy. Damn, what the hell? He's on the phone? Dude, I'll be real. My phone's never mistyped anything. What it does is auto-correct too aggressively, dude. Sometimes I'm just saying words that exist and my phone's like, no one uses that. Let me help you. That's been happening to me a lot. It's actually really pissing me off. Like, I'm actually like looking at my phone, be like, this is a word, but that's not the one you wanted, right? You didn't want that. What was it? There was one yesterday that actually upset me. I can't remember anymore. Turn it off. It's always There's never any thought with you guys. There's never any like, what if there's a reason he wants it on? No, you better turn it off. That's the only other option. You better turn it off. Not like I got big thumbs. And I would never type anything correctly ever if I couldn't use fucking autocorrect. If you have a problem, why don't you just completely remove yourself from the situation entirely? Tomato, I don't understand. If there's something wrong, why do you not simply take the absolute maximum measure in the opposite direction to fix it? Wait a sec. This, but without the ironic undertone. Yeah. 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 I mean, I'll be real. The only keyboards on like phones that I was able to ever use properly were ones like BlackBerry style, like physical keyboards. I can't use this touchpad shit. I see people that use like the fucking like swiping motion typing system where you're like boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, and it automatically does it so you don't have to like tap the fucking thing. Even more actually genuinely psychopathic to me. That one's actually psychopathic. I don't know. I'm reaching the point where I'm like, I'm one bad day, one autocorrect away, really. One bad autocorrect away from hitting voice to text up. Like my old man. I'm gonna be real. I used to judge him for it, but now I'm like, man, I'm gonna be honest. At least I would know that at least I wouldn't have to waste the time with my fingers anymore, you know? Well, I'd have to accept that I'm old, and I'm still not old. I'm young and spry. I'm still hip. I'm still hip. Stop saying 30 is old. I'm not 30, motherfucker. But 30 is old. All right, to be clear, I'm 29, not old. I've still got one more good year. Sorry, 30-year-olds. You fucking old bags. You geriatric fucks. Oh, hey, Brett. You're like 50-something now, right, man? How's that been going for you? Damn. Everything hurts. Same, man. I got news for you. That's been the case for a while. It's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. You got news for me? Talk to me when you're 30. Oh, you'll hear about my 30 thoughts when I get there. You'll hear about it. You'll know. Dude, Brett, I want to get back into D&D, man. You gotta, like, stop having, like, fucking actual life things get in the fucking way, because I gotta get back in there, man. I need to get back in there, like, yesterday, man. All right? That's all I'm saying. No pressure, but, you know. If I'm not constantly juggling 2 D&D campaigns at a time, I actually start to quietly crash out a little, so... I'm working on the new Bloodletter. Oh, we're fully reworking me. Interesting. I think we already talked about this. I just forgot because it's been so long now. You son of a bit. How am I supposed to remember anything? How am I supposed to remember anything out here, man? I don't remember what's going on. Sometimes I'll be honest, if a DM ever wants to really fuck me up, just ask me to recollect the name of someone in the last scene. Huh? Who? What? I don't know any of them. I'm lucky I'm gonna be real. For the first like 6 sessions of Devil's Due, I was looking at the fucking character list on the stream to know the names of everyone else in the party. So I kept on forgetting them. I'm gonna be real, that's kind of where I'm at mentally. Like, sometimes I just need visual aid. Like, I know like I got it now. We have Pass, Goblin Boy, Pass, and those ones are crazy. And we love them for that. It's not, hey, at least it's not as bad as what Joe does in Sunforged, which is constantly mix up Shane and I's characters to the point where it's actually like fucking bad. Like, it's actually like this, like the difference is like, oh, the Devil's Due was like 12 episodes or whatever, like 8. Fucking Sunforged is getting up in like the 60s or 70s, and this motherfucker is mixing up our character names to this day. Almost once like a session. Hang on, what's this that Cobner said? This fucking bozo isn't writing down notes while he's playing SMH. Either do I, bro. I barely know what's happening at any given time. Either do I, dude. Either do I. Either do I. Tell people to go to the Discord. Yo, guys, do join the Discord. Yup. Hell yes. Hell yes. Yeah, but good news is I'm streaming today because weather is not allowing my original plan, so those plans are being moved to Saturday. So I will be here today, as you can tell, because I'm streaming. And I won't be here on Saturday, as you'll soon find out, because I won't be streaming. Dude, I played more Fika last night with Boone and percussion and a little bit with Gmart. Pissed me the fuck off, guys. This guy, Boone, dude, I love the guy, but boy, oh boy, he made some calls. He was like in a, like, I need to prove myself after last night's tragedies, like how bad he was, absolutely just even staying alive. He really fucking went out here calling shots. And there was one shot he called that actually, in hindsight, it was my bad for not checking the shot. Because what it was he was like down that hall. We were like stuck in a stairwell, and down the hallway, Fika, it's SPT, guys, it's Tarkov, but single player, but co-op with mods. He was like, down this hallway is a mine, so we can't go that way. And I was covering the stairwell, so I was like, hey, if you say there's a mine down there, I believe you. I'm covering stairs, because every single time these AI hear fucking movement, one of them from like the squad that's after us will flank us all the way around half the map and sprint up the stairs. It happened once before, it was gonna happen again. So I was like standing at the stairs watching like the fucking hallway down to see if I could see a fucking gun peek out from like 5 floors down so I could get ready to defend us. And we spent like a fucking like 15 minutes in this doorway like fighting out of this one path that like Boone thought was the only way out. And then wouldn't you know it, while we're like looting the area, the door from the other side of the hall in Ground Zeroes opens. I think we're in Tarbank. He thought that he didn't get the memo on where the landmine like Claymore was, and the door opens and they gun percussion down like a fucking dog, man. Like while he's looting shit. And I'm just like, I finally step out into the hallway and I'm like, I could have fucking said at any point if I simply looked outside this door that was in fact a real door. Like there was not, that's an exit out of the building. That's not a fucking mine hallway. That's a real exit. It was fucked up, man. It was fucked up. People died out there. It sucks. I just want to be free of Ground Zeroes, dude. But it's like every single time someone else is like, I'm gonna play modded SPT Fika. Can you guys help me do fucking Ground Zeroes? It's like, we gotta help them. Back to shooting cans. Back to catching the mole. It's horrible, man. It makes you miss customs. It makes you miss customs. It really does. It's such a narrow map. It's just like there's no way to avoid what is unbelievable. Dude, I had a fucking AI jump shot me on the stairs. Okay, to be clear, they're jump shotting me. These AI are fucking cooked. They're doing like unbelievable moves at me. And I got him. I got him with a headshot. Okay, while they were doing it, but they're jump shotting me through stairwells, man. Okay, they're psychos. They're like, they're not well. Yeah, no, they pre-fire. There was actually one point that was genuinely like a learning experience that fucked me up. And it was that I knew an AI was above me, a floor up. I didn't know where they were, but I could hear them and they could hear me. And the AI did something I didn't know that you could do. They aimed at the stairs and they shot through them because they could, because you can pierce the fucking wood. And I didn't know you could. And they fucking like actually ripped half of my limbs off through the fucking floor. I got them at the end, but I'll tell you what, they just kind of guessed where I was and wall banged me through a wall. Like it was fucking psychopathic. Guessed? Well, they missed the first couple shots and I was like, where's that coming from? And then they started hitting them. I don't know. For as smart as the AI is on SBT, you also have this side effect where they can get really dumb. We've started to realize like there's some things where like the AI can't track two players the way that a human can. So if you have two people peeking in sequence to try to bait its vision, the AI will eventually be like actually tricked into looking away from you. Like they can't do what a human will do and just cover both angles at the same time, you know? So like they literally cannot do it. Like there's stuff like that where it's like, oh, you can find ways to trick these little idiots. Like we've baited them by running in a circle in whatever room they have us pinned in because it makes the AI think that we might be running away. So they'll come and hustle to chase us, and then they just get gunned down by. It's like actually kind of interesting to be like, oh, here's the way that you need to outsmart these fucking guys. Because if you fucking get in line of sight of them, it might not be over. You might live, but you won't live very healthily. You'll be like limping your ass for the next 20 minutes to the exit. Like everything is a fucking like tragedy if you get hit in the mod pack I made. It's horrible. I mean, people do that in live too. Yeah, but you usually don't get someone that goes, I'm gonna immediately start running after them without any fucking delay at all. They're usually a little bit more careful. I've been enjoying it. It's a good time. I don't know. It might be on Boone's channel. Boone might stream it at some point. He's been like actually addicted to it off stream and has been like fucking playing it on his own, which is Downright psychopathic, I'll be honest, because I put together a quite hard difficulty.
I will be honest, though, there's some points where that guy is
Convinced that we're gonna be okay and trying to make calls like we're okay, and I either know that we're not and don't know how to tell him, or I know that we're not okay and I am telling him. we were like running through Ground Zeroes trying to get one of the quests done. We had pistols, and we turned a corner into a parking lot, like one of like the side roads on the surface. And there's just like a 4-stack or 5-stack PMC squad in the middle of the street. So I say, what's the most reasonable response? It's over. Outside, it's over. Percussion, what did you think our odds of surviving the 5-stack PMC squad in that road was? Was it reasonable for me to say it's over the second that we saw it? Because it felt like it's over. 0%. Yeah, no, it was over. That was actually full-on curtains the second that I saw it. And it's because they were pushing us into a dead-end garage room. The only way to run was to the end of the map, which was like fucking 10 yards behind us. I think the medical change from realism is too much for me. Do not be a pussy, man. Do not be a pussy. Do not. You can't. You have to be stronger than that. You have to fucking, without saying, I'd say, okay. Dude, listen, on client side, you can lower your difficulty on saying down 1 tick. You can lower it to less difficult, but all of the server will know what you've done. Technically. That'll only work when you're hosting the servers yourself, though, while hosting the rounds. Realism medical does kind of be booty cheeks. You want to know what it is? If you get rid of realism medical, you get rid of hazards entirely, which means no radiation, no toxicity in the areas, which I think is unacceptable. So it ain't going away. Hazards can be so annoying, though. That's you. That's what you guys sound like. Okay, bitch. Hey, all I'm saying is you guys got a lot of crying to do, okay? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Uncalled for. Oh, it's called for. Okay, when are we seeing Gamma again? Probably not anytime soon. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Whenever I stream Gamma, it doesn't do very well on the channel anymore. Like, the people that ask for Stalker are the only people watching it, is what it is at this point. And that's not very high incentive. It's not very incentivized if I have to spend fucking 30 hours prepping it. Like, you just go play it. It's out there. I played like fucking so much Stalker that people don't even care about watching it anymore because I've played it 800 million times. Like, there's nothing new I'm doing anymore. Like, literally, there is nothing new I'm doing. I've done everything in that game in some form or another. Same deal with like Kenshi. There's a reason I'm not going to do more Kenshi. Because like I've already done it. It's just I've done it, man. When Voices of the Void? Or if there's another update, that one's different. I haven't done it 800 million times by comparison. But yeah, no, it's like Stalker, all of these, like Kenshi, CDDA, actually I think is a little bit less so. But Kenshi and Stalker especially, the audience is really niche, and while they had very high viewership like years ago by comparison to my size, now it wanes, and it's waning because it's like the people that keep on asking are the people that actively want to watch like it no matter what. And I get that, but they're kind of like a vocal minority at this point. I've done enough Gamma and enough Anomaly to know that it is not the interest that I'm seeing is not representative to what actual like viewership wants to see. So I would not hold your breath on more Stalker unless I'm like doing an extremely specific challenge that is very like personally interesting to me. But like, I'm not just gonna turn on Gamma and do something anymore because it's like, there's nothing that I've done it, man. I've done it 100,000 times. Go find like one of the hundreds of VODs that I have. They're out there. No, it's not like I can do UNISG challenge again. You know, it's like I did it. I got as far into it as would be fun to do, and I'm not going to do it a second time to try to get farther because then I'm just literally doing the same thing again, and then we're in the exact same problem. Lemansk melee only challenge, psychopathic. Mech Warrior 5. That's a maybe at some point in my life. I have it installed actually because I wanted to make a mod pack for it. But the problem is modding that game is fucking deranged because half the time it crashes it. The mods in that game do not play well with each other. So I have to like actually like put like a million years into putting it together. Why not do a pack other than Gamma? Because it's not a Gamma problem, it's a Stalker Anomaly problem. Like guys, it's the same. The people that say that you're tragically in the minority of like, oh, I want to watch anything Stalker, but like I really do need to say that like it is something I have years of analytics now to reinforce my perspective on. I'm sorry to say it. Just go look at Twitch tracker average viewers for Stalker versus any other game. It's actually like, yeah, you can, the analytics is out there. You can literally go find exactly what I'm talking about. Like there is a reason that it is not it is not worth the amount. If Stalker was something that wasn't like if it was a 2-hour game or a 3-hour game to do a thing on, we'd be having a different conversation. But like, Stalker's like in order to do anything interesting, I have to spend one time learning the game again, refamiliarizing myself with it so I'm not a complete fucking bumbling idiot in it. But then I also have to put in like however much time it takes to set up what I want to do afterwards. If I'm starting from scratch on something, then I have to plan on doing like a longer stream of that thing. And usually at the end of it, I find out that I would have been better suited doing what a variety streamer does best and doing something new and interesting that more people actually want to watch. He's turned fully corpo. Nah, it's just that I didn't bother telling you guys this feeling, which has existed since the last time I did Gamma about 2 years ago. But I've already explained this exact thing with Kenshi. But it's like, I feel like it's a better path to take than me being like, well, someday, and lying. At least now you know. I'd rather play Project Silverfish because it's new and like has interesting new things to do, and people would want to watch it because it's new and they haven't seen 800,000 like streams of me playing it. And at some point, I'll go back and I'll do more Project Silverfish. I want a cope, Tomato. I want a cope. Another Gamma stream. And that's not me saying I don't like playing Gamma. I'm going to play the fuck out of the next Gamma update when they rework all the armors and stuff. It's just like, unless something comes to me, and who knows, if you see me stream Stalker again, you should know that it's because I'm doing something very interesting. Like, as far as I'm concerned, because that's, you know, like, I'd have to have an interesting, weird thing I'm doing for it to make it worth it to me. And that'll be exciting. But hey, a lot of those games where it's like I've played this, if I've streamed something like 60 times, like genuinely it's in like my top most streamed hours game, there is a point where it's like, well, the likelihood of me continuing to do it over and over again goes down with how similar the start of every run is. And unfortunately, Stalker has a very similar loop to actually begin the game and like get situated. It's pretty much the same 6 hours. That's why it's so easy to do voices. Voices of the Void is like one of my favorites to stream long term, because even though it's always very similar, it's also always very different because of the updates. Like, it's still getting updates, like a lot, like very like sweeping updates. The updates you get in Gamma is stuff that you don't always see until late game, or it's quality of life, or it's visual changes, or it's things that don't really change that much about your like actual early game. Less appealing for me. That's also why Skyrim mod packs change the start, but even Skyrim applies to my same feelings on this. You guys ain't catching me doing more Skyrim ever unless it's something like another stupid challenge like the crab thing. I've played so much of it. Guys, I get bored of games just like you guys get bored of games, especially streaming them, because streaming them is harder than playing them without an audience, because I have to say things during it. I have to talk. I'm so fucking tired of Skyrim. Same, dude. It's why I only did, it's why the only way that I can, like, find the will to keep on streaming it is, like, if it's doing, like, that crab challenge. Like, that was something interesting. Same thing applies to, like, Morrowind. Morrowind was interesting because I did something weird with it. Like, I don't want to stream these games unless I'm doing something weird with them now. There's just no way. I was going to say Daggerfall, but you did that too. I didn't do much Daggerfall, but I would say that Daggerfall isn't exactly a game that you stream multiple times because it has the depth of a shallow puddle. In reality, it is really not a lot to Daggerfall. I feel like I streamed exactly as much Daggerfall as was necessary to stream Daggerfall. Like, I gave you the whole Daggerfall experience, really. I did it, man. I did it. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and answer 100,000 questions about which games I think I'm going to come back to, because that wasn't really the point of it. This was more to answer like Kenshi and Stalker that people keep on asking me about. So I'm going to cover that, and I'm just going to say, hey, that's my feelings on it. If you see them again, it's because I got something cool I'm doing. So get excited if that happens, but I have no plans. No plans. So know this. Know that. I'm never playing video games that you like ever again. I actually don't like them. Guys, I really do not like video games, and I really do like money. Okay, to be clear. And I'm never gonna lie to you about that. You guys know I'm always gonna be real with you guys. It's one of the things you always know about me. I'm never gonna lie to you about that. I love money. I really like it. I kind of wish there was more audience participation games like King in the Castle. They're really fucking hard to make, I feel like, because like, how do you test it? You need streamer. You literally have to have released it to know if it's any good. Because you're never gonna have the fucking audience like pool to actually do it right. How the fuck do you do it? And then they break anyways 90% of the time. Like there's only like a couple of those audience interaction games that work at like the scale I'm at, and it was that King of the Castle game. That's it. That's the only one I can think of that had functional audience participation that didn't start to actually decompose after like 1,000 people involved. And I'll be honest, there's the novelty ones like Pumping Simulator where someone's in the game. I love that shit. I think that shit's great. Ones where it's like, pick one of these 3 events to fucking ruin the stream. I find those so played out. They're so played out. Like I don't need chat to decide to turn the floor to lava in Noida and instantly kill me. In 2025, man, I don't need it. React bait. Yeah, it's just like there's so much. You're like robbing yourself the enjoyment of like a game that's made for you to like focus and think on things, especially with Noida. And it's like to put a timer on anything. Noida's was very strange to me, the way that like it does chat integration.
But you know, it's also not a game that was built for it.
You just suck, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably right. I might just suck. The 3 choices integrations just turn into streamers begging chat to win for them and then chat giggling because they're gonna ruin the stream. Yeah, whenever you do one of those like chat has any actual agency over gameplay mechanics appearing in your game, you're kind of making peace with the fact that your game is going to end because chat decided it'd be really funny to press the kill you button that kills you when you vote enough for it. And that shit, I don't know, that novelty hit me really good in 2016. You know what I mean? I played 1 round of Riftbreaker with Sam and JP, and it made me want to die, man. It really did. Because I was like making a nice base, and then I was watching chat go, I'm gonna summon Apocalypse into the game, because it's one of my 3 options. I have the option to give the streamers iron, change daytime to nighttime, or summon the end of days. And honestly, I think they would love to have the end of days happen on day 3 of the game. Not great.
Not great.
It hurt him so much he remembers it. You wanna know why it hurt me so much? I think it would have hurt less if I was actually streaming and my chat had a part to like, if my chat was part of the equation, maybe it would have hurt less, or maybe it would have hurt more. But if I was streaming, I would have been like, no, we're not doing this. But I wasn't streaming. So I had to sit there and watch as these 2 chuckle fucks enabled a setting that immediately ruined their own game while they were streaming. That was the thing. It was like watching these 2 choose to have to restart their game in 30 minutes time. Like they ticked the please reset me in 30 minutes button and then like started the game. And that was what I went into that game with.
Give me a short playthrough.
Name a bigger op to streamers than their own chat. Chat can be well behaved when it comes to those games, but it typically comes after they've completely bodied you 15 times in it. You know, like they'll get on board with like the help buttons, but like it's always one side or the other. Someone said it earlier. It's like that thing of like, well, chat's either killing you every single time or they literally win the whole game for you. And like neither of those options are very badass. I don't like either of those. I don't want chat to win the game for me, and I don't want them to kill me.
Yeah, that's why I think King of the Castle is one of the best ones of those, because it's like, you know, it's actually made for like a very like interesting kind of loop that doesn't involve really ever picking like fuck you or like instant win options. It's a lot of like much smaller brush strokes.
I like it.
That was always my favorite one. Shadow of Mordor chat integration making it impossible. The game doesn't. Does that game have? That game doesn't have any kind of chat integration.
Be cool if it did, honestly.
I don't know how that would work though. If I remember correctly, Frostpunk had chat integration that added them as a faction to the game whose demands you have to meet. That's another one of those games though where I'm like, I played Frostpunk 1. I don't know about Frostpunk 2, but in 1, dude, I was crashing out every single time the game said it was slightly too cold today. I didn't need chat to be like, hey man, can I also have 15 sandwiches?
Fuck that, man. Not the game for it. That game's like so tense already and like busy. I don't know if I'd want chat even involved at all.
I don't know. I think chat integration works, but I know there's a chat integration mod for Voice of the Void. That feels more like reasonable in a way because it's like, well, you're not really on a timer for anything important. And the worst chat can do is fucking deeply inconvenience you in a way that doesn't really affect you too much. You know, like, they can, but, like, the stakes are low because who fucking cares? It's voices. You know? You elect for a bad time the second you turn on voices and allow chat in, but it's not, like, the same kind of stakes. It's not really, like, a win condition. You can't get, like, you don't get, like, a big thing that says, yippee, you won! On it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done it though, because when I wanted to do it like a half a year ago, it was broken with the most recent version of Voices. It like just didn't work. I don't know if it's any better now, but it's also fucking hard to do those things because obviously those chaos mods and shit are not necessarily tuned to size. And last time I tried to do a chaos mod, it was Noida, and chat made me so upset I deleted the VOD.
So... That, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
I remember like it was yesterday, it's because the fucking bit thing didn't work and people were crashing the fuck out because they couldn't do what they wanted. So they started like fucking making like jokes that were pissing me off about like me scamming them. So I turned it off.
I remember.
Yeah. I'm glad I remember because it sucked and I don't want to do something like that again. Yeah, people were being like shitty and weren't like really cutting me any slack to get the thing working.
I remember.
It got like toxic, like actually toxic.
It was so weird. Nah, that shit's normal, which is the sad thing. I don't know.
It's that thing of like either new viewers or people thinking that their jokes are being perceived as jokes, which is a reasonable mistake to make on stream where you're text line. But sometimes it's important to step back and be like, I don't know, like your tone doesn't exist. Tone doesn't exist in your in the text log. It really doesn't.
So sometimes when you're seeing a wall of people calling you shit,
you know, like that was like years ago, but it's like it doesn't read the way that I think some people think in a vacuum.
That's why you're supposed to add arrow joke to your thing that you say, so that everyone knows that it was a joke. This is not a joke. Joke. Yeah, then I know.
Then we know.
I like this dream.
Joke. Oh God, I think I'm getting a cold.
Actually, I think I'm actually dying. I can't even do my gasp laugh right. I think it's happening, guys. I think I'm finally withering away.
Again?
It's autumn. We're doomed.
Yeah. It's autumn and I have the silly immune system.
I'm due some kind of flu. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really due a flu.
I'm due a flu or the virus.
One or the other.
I really am.
You a regular flu shot guy? I'm a regular flu shot guy in the sense that when I get a regular flu shot, next week I get a different kind of flu guy. That's not to say I don't get my flu shot. But it means next week I'm getting one of the flus that they were like, it's not gonna be this one.
So it's like, man, come on.
I don't know. My brain's kind of reached this point where it's like, now that I have a fucked up immune system, I almost feel less compelled. I haven't gotten my flu shot yet, and I'm almost less compelled to because I know no matter what, I'm getting the flu. It's coming for me, and I don't think anything's changing it anymore because I'm gonna catch anything around me. And considering I'll get something like the flu, like one of the other versions of the flu if I get a flu shot, I'm like, man, like, I'll update my COVID vaccine. I'm not so sure about the flu thing when I'm gonna get it anyways. I'm just gonna get sick. Yeah, but the flu will be less likely to kill you when you catch it. Well, good news is I'm not 60. So I'm unlikely. Guys, just because I'm immunocompromised doesn't mean that I get unbelievably sicker. That's something I thought would happen. When I get like sick, I don't get like unbelievably sick for fucking weeks. I just catch more things for a bit. Is more the issue. So I'm not too worried about keeling over from the common cold. Which is good. Because that was something I thought I was gonna have happen. That's how it gets you? Well, Unfortunately, I live a life of cowering inside of my... Well, actually, to be fair, not so much anymore. I'm actually out a lot.
I can't continue to put out this persona of living inside of a basement because I literally don't.
And I'm going out like every other night to do things.
I am out there in the elements, constantly getting people to, like, basically every day someone is sneezing directly in front of me on the sidewalk and I'm getting hit by the fucking, like, back blast of it every time. All right, I'm out there. Tragically, the accursed grass. I touch it. I'm becoming unrelatable to you. Ew, what the?
He's in his normie arc.
Dude, I'm allowed to, like, go outside. I'm still hip. I'm still hip. I'm allowed to go out. I can do that. Don't worry, I'm still me.
Oh, by the way, guys, Katie's fired. I told her it earlier today. She's got like people at her house like working on something, and she was like, I might be late today, and then she actually doubled down, said she's fucking gonna be late. So I told her she's fired. I told her that's a soon-to-be unemployed moment. And now that she's still not here, she's now actually unemployed. And I should probably update her. Hang on, I'm gonna hit her with another exact copy of what I said, but now actually unemployed moment. Oh yeah, absolutely. She's gonna be so happy. She's gonna be so excited.
She'll have so much more time to pick up hobbies now.
Who gets her pay? Battle for it.
Gladiatorial arena, go. Battle.
That's the way to do it, I think. Everyone fight.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, I think it's time to get in game before I dissociate any further. Guys, listen, I'm not even that sleepy. I will say though, I think, dude, I gotta ponder what's making me. I keep on waking up. I think, dude, I honestly think I should do the film myself at night sleeping, because here's the thing. I keep on being told I should get a sleep study done to find out what's going on with my body that's making me not get as much rest as I should. Now, fuck that. Okay, if I have to sleep on command, it's not happening. All those doctors are gonna see is me sitting there staring at the ceiling, basically astral projecting for the next like 8 hours, because I'm not gonna sleep if I need to do it on command. It literally won't happen. Okay, it will never happen. I cannot do it. I know this. So instead, maybe I just set up a bunch of Paranormal Activity style cameras in my house, and then, all right, if something happens, I'm gonna know about it. I'm gonna know about it, whether I want to know about it or not. Okay? Easy. Because here's the thing. All I can say is I sleep for about 5 hours. Now, here's a reasonable thought. I don't have like blackout curtains in my room, and I usually sleep to about 11. Because I'm going to sleep at like 4 a.m. About 8 or 7, the sun starts to come out and it starts to wake me up naturally. Okay? It starts to wake my guy up naturally. My character wakes up. And he's upset because the sun's in his eyes. Now, I have blinds, and I had I can close my eyes and I can bury my head in my covers so I can avoid the sunlight, and then I sleep for the rest of my time, but I'll wake up quite a few more times. That's reasonably the real answer. But there's also like the thought that like, well, by the first time I wake up, my sheets are already in the way that I've described before, which is one sheet is tossed in one direction, the other sheet tossed in the other direction. So I'm tossing and turning long before the fucking sun rises. Now, I have an eye mask. Like I can sleep. I have like a sleep mask. I've tried that for that part. Hasn't helped me too much with staying asleep past when it's like I sense the sun. It's like I can sense it. All right. So I'm like, what if I'm actually haunted? What if it's ghouls? What if I need to, guys, listen. I have an actual real question. Is it worth inquiring about whether or not I am in fact being attacked by ghouls in my sleep? Could there possibly be gremlins climbing onto my bed and like jumping on me like fucking psychopaths for 5 hours of the night before the sun comes up and they scamper back into the darkness? Could it be happening? You know? Like, and if it is it worth me finding out? Or is it better to kind of like stay ignorant of the situation and instead try to like find other solutions? Because I feel like the second,
Because here's the thing, guys. Nothing bad ever happened to the paranormal activity people up until the exact point that they decided they wanted to look into what the paranormal activity was about. So what if I just say, don't care that much, and I never escalate? You know?
I don't care actually. Don't tell me what happened.
I don't want to know that there's a paranormal activity happening.
But simultaneously, excellent point.
I am paying rent. If I film myself sleeping in that room, and all of a sudden, look what comes out of the crawl space in the closet, a big old pile of gremlins start jumping on my bed while I'm sleeping. Oh, landlord, I have some thoughts about the rent as a result of this thing I just filmed. Look at how many gremlins are in the crawl space. Mr. Landlord, what's up with that? I think we need to talk about the rent situation here because that's not acceptable. All right, I am not able to get a good night's sleep here because of all the little creatures. I feel like, are we in agreement that I think me filming myself, at least for a bit to find out what's going on, is a more reasonable thought than me ignoring it? I think yes. Honestly, thinking about that one, I think yes. Because if it's also haunted in a more ghostly sense, man, I'll tell you what. You're going to have to kill me. I will say that when it comes to ghosts, you're going to have to fucking kill me, motherfucker. You know how much work it was to move here? Fuck you, motherfucker. I will take you the hell down. You have no idea how spiteful I am. I don't need an exorcist. Let's just fucking tango, man. You and me. Let's fucking go. All right? Listen. I will not be taken down by no spectral whatever the fuck, okay? Listen, have you seen the market? It's scarier to move again, bro, than it is to stay with you and keep on battling you in the ectoplasmic arena, okay? I'll be honest. That's scarier to me. I'd rather stay put and take on whatever battle I have to take on out here, man, okay? Oh, I actually have hang on, completely unrelated thing, guys. Dude, if I get out there on the treadmill at about 6, all right, I'm facing a glass door that goes out into the backyard at my place. It's like watching nature, actually scamper around. It's unbelievable. I saw 50 different chipmunks and squirrels playing, for the entire time out. It was actually fucking magical. I'm watching, out there running and I'm just watching fucking deer are literally scampering by. Birds are eating seeds. I feel like a Disney princess. And honestly, I know that there's a chipmunk problem at the place. One of them actually walked right up to the glass and looked right at me while I was running. And I couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe how bold they were. They actually went right up to me. And they were looking at me, and they put their hand on the glass. I think because they wanted in. I think they wanted in, which I was warned they wanted. So I'm not opening the door because I'm obviously not going to let them in. But it was cute that it happened. But they did, it seems, want in. So they're not getting in. Don't worry. But they did think about it. They did seem like they wanted to get in. But I'm not going to let them. Don't worry. Dude, here's the thing. I keep on getting notifications on my phone, of neighborhood watch shit. People are losing their cats left, right, and goddamn center. Okay, their cats and their dogs left, right, and center. Now, I'm not saying that I, want to steal these cats and dogs or anything. Obviously not. But why aren't they showing up at my place so I could call and say, hey, I found your cat and dog? You know, because I would love for the cats and dogs to show up here so I can be like, hi, little guy, and hang on to them for an hour. You know what I mean? They're not ever here. I'm finding out that there is a fucking pile of cats and dogs wandering the streets because their fucking owners don't know how to keep their doors closed. And where are they when I want to see them, man? That's all I'm saying. Because I'll be real. What's the harm in finding one of these cats or dogs and being I'll let them know in an hour that they're here. Because for the next hour, I'm just going to hang out and I'm going to pet you a lot. And you're going to get some treats from little me. And then let them know. You know what I mean? Where are these cats and dogs?
Now, when I need them, you know? They're everywhere, but where I want them to be. Catch and release. Guys, look, it's just, I don't know what else to say. Like, they're out there, and I'm gonna be honest, it's unbelievable how many cats and dogs people are losing on these streets. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've never lost my cats or dogs. Like, it's never happened. My cats and dogs don't like decide they want out, all the time. So I'm like, man, what's going on with you guys? Are you guys like not? Is there a situation at your place where the cat is like, I don't want to be here? Like, I'm just saying, like, they seem to be trying to evacuate the premises. That's all. I'm not judging anyone, but I'm judging them. All right, my cats have never tried to escape. My dogs have never tried to escape. They love me, and they love being around me and being in my areas. Okay, that's all. All right. Anyways, guys, we're gonna start the game. Oh God. So I played the demo of this a while back, and it was great. But now it's in early access, and I think it's gonna be great again. And I'm excited. Let's get the hell in there. If it'll ever load. El Gato!